What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, testing negative for the viruses, and having a great day so far. It is time now for the Friday edition of the Virus Update for Friday, June 20th, 2025. If you're new to my channel, this is where I do the daily virus update on all those viruses that can make us sick. Sometimes they're data filled updates from home, and well, when I'm out traveling somewhere or can't do an update from home. We do out in the wild updates. But this week, well, for the weekend, we are doing data filled out in the wild updates. That's right. I'm tethering my phone to my laptop, and here we are. I'm updating you for the next 13 to 15 minutes on where we stand with all these viruses that can make us sick. Want to stay informed? Subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell and share this video with anyone you know. Already, surprise, we do have several things once again today. Yes, even when I'm out in the wild, I managed to find a lot of things that you need to know about. First off, in West Virginia, state, I'm in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, maybe about 2.5 hours away from here. I don't know. Whooping cough case confirmed in Monroe County, West Virginia. Yeah, a case of whooping cough pertussis has prompted an investigation by the Monroe County Health Department. The department posted that a case of pertussis was confirmed and the person had spent a significant amount of time at a local grocery store and a gas station. So, yes, in Linside. So that's not a good thing whatsoever. And it's something we've been seeing happen a lot here in the United States and in other places around the world. All right, a couple notes today from Dennis, the COVID info guy over on X. If you don't follow my channel, I often find things on X and I do share these with you guys to keep you informed with what's going on. Western Australia weekly COVID update. And why do I always show Australia a lot? Well, because the analytics data my channels show that we do actually have a percentage of followers from Australia. We have a percentage of followers from all around the world, but Australia does show up a little bit more. And plus, it's easy to find this data. I wish we could find data this easily for all the other countries in the world, but here we are. It's 2025. People don't take all these viruses seriously. Western Australia weekly COVID update for week ending on June 15th, 2025. The COVID positivity rate is 8.7%. PCR test, or cases, I should say, 525. That's up by 6.7%. Hospitalizations, they have 156 per day. That's up by 5.4%. ICU, 7-day average, increased to 3. That's up by 50%. So, yeah, overall, it looks like things are going up there. We also have this from Dennis, the COVID info guy, if it ever does decide to pop up. Remember, we're on a slower connection here. Measles alert for Sydney. Yes, New South Wales Health warns of measles risk after a confirmed case was infectious at Sydney International Airport. This is not good. The person went to or came from Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia. There's outbreaks persisted. So one of those areas in Southeast Asia he came from, and we do know there are outbreaks of measles in those areas, so that's not good. Also, this is not good. Ontario has been dealing with a big problem when it comes to measles. Their cases just continue to go up and up. Ontario reports another 96 in the outbreak-related measles cases over 1 week. They've been dealing with a big problem. This brings Ontario's outbreak-related total since October 18th, not for the year, but since October of last year, that's when this outbreak started there, to 2,179 cases, and 1,871 of them are confirmed, 308 are probable cases, and we have more. In Montana, I believe, no, excuse me, we can't jump to Montana yet. In Iowa, in Johnson, Iowa, they do report 3 cases have been confirmed in that area. Iowa now showing 6 cases. In Gallatin, here we go. Those confirm 2 more cases of measles. So the number of measles cases in the United States do continue to go up. I did not see any update. We are 2:41 p.m. in the afternoon on a Friday. I did not see any update from Texas. I'm wondering if Texas is switching to just only updating on Tuesdays now. Remember, Texas cases have slowed down, so maybe they've gone less frequent. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'll look again later this evening. Measles cases and outbreaks. This is for the United States. The United States, I do not remember what the total was last week, but here's the new total for this week. I think it was 1,180 something, right? Well, the new total now is 1,214 cases as of June 19th for here in the United States. There have been 23 outbreaks reported in 2025. 36 states are now included. And yes, the majority of these cases are in the unvaccinated. And hospitalizations, 12% of the cases have been hospitalized up to this point. All right, a couple more things that I did find on X. And first off, wastewater scan. This is Mike Horger posted. Wastewater scan data suggests the U.S. low point was 1 month ago if current trend holds. What's he saying? Well, you can see 1 month ago, he shows here, there was the low point. In other words, the lowest it went. Now it's just been slowly going upward. CDC data would say otherwise, and I'll show you a couple things from the CDC in a little bit. But personally, I think we're coming out of the lull. I'm starting to see more and more performers come up with illness or say that they're sick. They're not saying what it is. Could it be COVID? Could it be flu? Rod Stewart was said to be flu. Luke Bryant, I believe, now I just read, is canceling shows. He's dealing with illness. Didn't a whole bunch of others recently. Yeah, so you get the idea here. There are definitely illnesses going around, and I actually saw something really interesting on X yesterday. I don't have it up here, but a wonderful account that I follow on X called Justin A. Share. You should really go and follow that account. Posted a picture of one of the members of Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder, did actually have a mask with him on an airplane. Very interesting to see that. Alrighty, moving on now. I could talk about that for a long period of time, but hey, we only have so much time a day, and I need to show you this from Mark Johnson. And take a look at this. Based on wastewater, it looks like the XFG subvariant has already overtaken the NB.1.8.1 variant in the US. Yes, very interesting. Now, we use the CDC nowcasting tool. That's not going to update for a while. I don't know when that's going to update again. It used to be every other week. They're saying less frequent updates every time I click on that. So will that show this being the case? I don't know, but this is what he is finding in the data, and he does always post very good information. So this is also another account you should follow. His username is Solid Evidence. We're not doing a thread while I'm away here. We're not doing threads for the or post on my site for the sources that we're using. I'll resume that probably next Tuesday. I'll be back next Monday, but next Tuesday we'll go back to doing that once again. All right, I got to show this to you now. Purple Air. I hope we can take a look at Purple Air. If not, that's okay. They do also have a fire and smoke map. Let's click on real-time map. And you know what? While we are waiting for this to load, it's that time of day. You need to remind yourself to take a hydration break. Very important. Now, I got a big mug here full of water. Water is a great way to hydrate yourself. So let's stop and do that right now. I promise you, at some point this weekend, I'm going to show you this fantastic spring we have here on our property where our water comes from. You can see this wonderful, beautiful water trough, the freshest water you can find. All right, looks like we can't get air quality today. There's just a few bad areas. California, last I saw, and just some speckled spots over the Great Lakes. It's not as bad as it has been. Even Canada, as of lately, has been slightly better. Here's Pinellas County, Florida, for EMS calls. There are a few things right now. Nothing terribly major at this point. But as you can see here, yes, a fair number of calls. And Florida is one of the places we're watching for those COVID hotspots. We used in yesterday's video hotspots as part of the title. Yeah, there's a lot of them showing up on Wastewater Scan. We'll revisit them on Wastewater Sunday, if we can, this week. All right, in Philadelphia yesterday, total number of EMS calls. Got to pull that up. 784 were reported in Philadelphia yesterday. Taking a look at what's going on in Montgomery County right now, if you can. Computer's running a little bit slow. It's not terribly hot out today, but I guess it's hot enough to slow down the laptop. Taking a look here, we can see here cardiac arrest is showing up in Montgomery County, and a few other things. Currently, 14 active calls there at the moment. And you know what? Let's refresh this to make sure that that is up to date. It is very possible that was outdated. Yeah, that was outdated, but you can see the update here. Still, just 14 calls, and we do see here there is another cardiac arrest call right now. Remember, these are live updates that we see here. All right, taking a look at this EMS incidents in Chester County, Pennsylvania, we can see heart problems is showing up once again, and a few other things at this time. Taking a look at the hospital situation in Pennsylvania, not terrible. There is one hospital in South Central Pennsylvania that is dealing with problems, and a whole bunch of hospitals in eastern Pennsylvania also dealing with problems. Here we go. It's coming up now, but you can see here any of these hospitals in yellow, yeah, they're dealing with problems. And actually, you know what? Since I saw this before doing this video, when I was getting things ready here, yeah, there's actually a few more hospitals now. Yeah, Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Bethlehem, eastern portion of Pennsylvania, not doing so great at the moment. And in New Jersey, you can see there are a couple of hospitals. Jefferson, Stratford Hospital, critical care issue. No beds for that at the moment. Yikes. And that's it. There were two earlier. Taking a look at what's going on in New York State today. And again, we're not seeing a major rise in New York State. Things are just kind of bouncing off the bottom. In fact, actually down slightly once again this week. New York City was added in yesterday with 472 positive cases and 433 reported today. And when we take a look at the hospitalizations, they're pretty much going nowhere. They're not going up. They're not really going down much either, which is really good. Take a look at this. We can see, yeah, okay, maybe slightly down compared to last week, but we're not seeing any real big drops right now at this time. All right, moving over to some new CDC data, then Ohio, then a quick check of wastewater, and then that will be it for today. I have a surprise for you with the CDC data. Take a look at this. You're not seeing growing status. You're not seeing likely growing. 0 areas in the United States, according to CDC data, are growing at this time or likely growing. Now, I'm finding that hard to believe. When we look at wastewater scan for, say, I don't know, Florida, we do see in Florida that there are some areas that are rising for COVID in wastewater at this time. That is a problem, and I again, hey, I'm just showing the data as it is. We know the data is sketchy, so hard to say if this is actually accurate or not. Alrighty, just one more thing from the CDC. We actually got an update today from the emergency department visits for diagnosed with COVID, and it's still flat at this time. It's not rising just yet. Eventually, right now, like I said, Mike Horger says we've come out of the law. I think we're gradually coming out of the law as well. It's just our data is so sketchy that we're just not seeing all of it in the CDC data. And you can see here, the fact we're not dropping anymore, that means we have bottomed out. And eventually this will start going up, probably some point in July. I don't know. Will it happen sooner? Taking a look at the update for Ohio this week, if we can. And overall, Ohio is stable when it comes to COVID at this time. And the other viruses, influenza and RSV, I do believe are dropping. Yep, there you go. Dropping, stable for COVID. They had 67 individuals hospitalized in the last week for COVID at this time. Taking a look at what's going on with wastewater scan, and this is where we are going to end for today. And we're going to show you nationwide. We're not going to go to any individual sites, but I can tell you this. There are now 3 out of the 4 regions in the United States are listed in the medium status when it comes to COVID. The Northeast, the South, and the West Coast. Things are still fine in the Midwest at this time, although you do see some medium wastewater sites. These blues, which is low levels of COVID, are still pretty much dominating in that area. And the fact that we're now seeing 3 out of 4 in medium here, yeah, I'm not agreeing too much with the CDC data. You're going to see wastewater over the weekend. Some of the regions actually still dropped, and the South did rise on the CDC. I will show you that on the weekend. I don't have it loaded up for today. All right, that does it for the Friday edition of the Virus Update. Now, do you feel like you're informed of what happened? If so, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new and you want to see more videos like this, subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, share this video with anyone you know, leave any thoughts and comments down below, and of course, if you want to support my work here on the channel, well, you can do that down below. We will have another update again tomorrow. I am going to be recording it early because tomorrow's the day I'm meeting a bunch of family members. I'm actually going to be playing chef tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a barbecuing here tomorrow at our place. Don't worry, it's going to mainly be outdoors. We're going to have all the windows open, doors are going to be open, so there'll be plenty of ventilation for people who go inside. And yes, I'm going to be recording early tomorrow. I'm probably going to have a pre-scheduled release time, somewhere between 12 and 2. We'll see. It's going to have to be probably like right on the nose because I need to pay attention when these release. But yes, I will see you again tomorrow, and Wastewater Sunday will be a thing this week. Also, will probably be a pre-scheduled release. I will see you guys all again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a fantastic Friday afternoon, and thanks for watching.